What is up? What is up, gang? How is it going? That is right. You read the right thing. Baseball, MLB, DFS. Video is done. NBA, DFS. Video is done. It's 8:30 in the morning. Both videos done. They're uploading, so they're not completely done. But MLB, DFS, yes. Got some stats here. This is the stat sheet that I use in that video. Got to add some things as I was talking through it. Realized that I didn't have one or two things that I wanted. But yes, we have MLB DFS. So whether you're somebody who watches NBA content and you're in here, you found yourself in here, that's fine. Ask some questions. This is a live stream. I'm here to literally talk about anything. It doesn't even have to be DFS. It's something to kill 20 to 30 minutes, maybe just 20 so I can work on some other things, but 20 minutes while I upload the video, interact with some people. So yeah, any questions that you want, my baseball approach in general, my NBA showdown approach, my just whatever what I'm doing today, doesn't matter. So if you're in here, it is right now 8:39 in the morning on the East Coast. So if you're watching this at 12 in the afternoon, just know I'm not still live. People will leave comments saying, hey, I'm asking you a question. I'm not live. But yeah, so ask whatever you got to ask. I'm just chilling right now. These videos are uploading. It's finally a day where the sky is not cloudy. I literally am looking out the window right now in my mirror, and I see blue skies. That's good. That's a good thing. It's been cloudy here. All my friends left state college for the summer, as they should, right? And going home, chilling. I'm here, though, for the good amount of the summer. So it's been sad when there's just cloudiness and no friends, and for the most part, white walls since everybody took their stuff. But it's better now. The sun's out, that's for sure. So coffee and me, not enough, but there's coffee and me. Dan S. says, best channel for DFS. Thank you. I appreciate that. That's your opinion, and I greatly appreciate your opinion. I really don't know. I don't watch many DFS channels. I'll watch, like I said, I watch Osmo. I like the guys over at Osmo. I've been in communication with the guys over at Osmo here and there. I like the guys over at Osmo. They're all cool dudes. They got a great thing going in terms of just their content is their marketing, and that's how it should be. Free marketing. Yeah, it's been shitty, Tyler. Yeah, Tyler, where are you from again? It's been absolute dog shit, and I think it's supposed to. I don't know if it's supposed to rain later today or tomorrow again, but I don't care if it's an hour or two, just literally seeing the sun. I mean, it's like statistically proven or just factual that you release more endorphins, more of your happy glands open up when you see the sun and the weather is nicer. So literally, yes, seasonal depression is not a joke. It is a real thing. The rain is the reason you're sad for a lot of the reasons. So yes, the fact that the sun is out is a good thing. But yeah, we waiting for these videos to upload. I'm uploading both at once, so pray to God my laptop doesn't blow up. We haven't done that yet. I imagine it's going to take a lot longer for them to get up. Probably both will be up and processing in an hour instead of like 20 to a half hour because I'm doing two of them. We can check in on that. Yeah, so both videos right now, it says they're at 20% uploading both of them, but I believe that number's fake. I believe like one goes up and then the other one goes quicker, so we'll see. But yeah, we're here in the morning. Ask any questions. If you're in the chat, just ask whatever. New York, upstate. I'm right there. It's crazy how much rain we just got. Yeah, I agree. My family lives, or well, like my parents, where I mean, it's kind of I guess this apartment here is my home, but like that's where my home is right now to like officially move out post college. They live in northeast Pennsylvania, so really close to upstate New York. I don't want to ask what part of upstate New York and figure out where you live and make you feel uncomfortable. But yeah, my parents live up that way too. Yeah, it's been terrible. It's this like little microclimate in State College, Pennsylvania, central Pennsylvania, might be the worst in the entire country. The Northeast in general is probably, if you're talking about a big region, the worst. But this climate is terrible. It'll be 85 degrees and disgustingly humid. Then it will be snowing, and then it will be downpouring for a week straight. You just don't get good weather here. Like you can't. And not even to say that 8 months of the year are below freezing here. It's awful. Gotta get out. Gonna get out. 1 or 2 more months. But yeah, ask away. Whatever you got to say, say it. Looking at some books right here. And my goals for today is to start this bad boy up. WordPress, yes. Start a website, yes. I already have one on Wix that I literally haven't even touched in so long. I made that months back. Let's try and find it. I made this one months back. Wasted like $100 on it. It doesn't look terrible, but Wix is terrible. That's the problem. The platform you're on is terrible. Wix, look at how slow it loads. Wix is just terrible. I haven't been on this in like literally 2 or 3 months, so like all the whining goes away. It's just weird. Wix like literally fucks this up. But yeah, I had blog posts on here earlier in the year. Last one I did was January 2nd. So yeah, I haven't touched this in about 3 months. So yeah, I just like it though. And now we're going to go over to where the real players live on WordPress. I'm going to try that out. Yeah. So, I mean, baseball in general. right now, this is just baseball pitching sheet, right? But it'll identify things for you in terms of which hitters, one-offs, or stacks that you want to go up against. There's some more stats here to be on. It is going to be on Patreon. If people are interested, I can put it on there. It's not right now. But yeah, the idea for me in baseball is I think a lot of people punting or getting a cheaper SP2 is a popular approach. And it makes sense because literally to fit in bats, you can't be paying $3,000 for each of your hitters. You just won't have a good lineup. So playing Justin Verlander and Patrick Corbin, which let's see if you did both of those today, what you would get. You'd have 3,600 left over, which isn't terrible, right? There's going to be inevitably guys priced at 2,700, two of them, and you can get in there, and now you're dealing with 4K per bat. So not terrible, like that's manageable, but it's not ideal. Yeah, today, so far right now, it's Justin Verlander by far and a mile away, who I want on this slate. Going up against Detroit, which I have an opponent weighting scale, which is not seen here. It's seen on one of these other charts down here for pitchers. My opponent weighting scale, which pretty much just says, okay, this is this pitcher. Give him a rating. Justin Verlander, pretty good rating. This is this team. You take into account their power, their ability to hit the ball hard, their strikeout ability compared to the pitcher. How much better of an opponent is this for Justin Verlander in a better matchup? Over 13% higher of a better matchup. To give you an indicator of the rest of the slate, the next closest is like a 4% bump for a guy like a 4% bump for, I don't even know who it really was, honestly, to be honest with you. I think it was like Gregory Soto, just because he's been so bad, so he gets a bump. No, it can't be because he's playing Houston. We can look just because now I'm thinking about it. Okay, so it was a 9% bump. So I lie. It was for Maeda against San Diego. So there you go. But 5% more of a bump for Justin Verlander. So he has by far and away the best matchup. That's pretty obvious, but just by how much? By far and away. 5 percentage points more opponent weighting wise. What do you think of stacks and the use of team implied totals, says Scott Stewart? Great question. That's like all I go off of for hitting. Well, I guess not all I go off of, but that's how I filter it down. Stacks must need. I'm not playing a slate if I'm not stacking. I always try and get a 5-man stack in there, get the complete stack, take advantage of the entire team. But I'm fine with doing a 4-3-1 stack. 5-man stacks, people ask, okay, so then you're playing a 3-man stack alongside of it. Ideally, yes, but most of the time, no. I can't get there pricing-wise or position-wise. I'll go 5-2-1. I'll even go a naked 5-man stack, which just means a 5-man stack and then 3 one-offs. I usually end up doing that a lot of the time. It's worked out decently well. I think stacks, what do I think of them? Just to sum it up, they're essential. People who are playing 8 individual bats a given night, you're going to lose. You might have won once. You're going to lose. You cannot be playing 8 individual hitters every single night in baseball with how variant everything is. You're going to end up landing on a ton of zeros. You're going to get, out of 8 of your hitters, 3 are going to give you a 0, and then maybe 1 hits a home run or 2 hits a home run. You can't do it. You got to have at least, in my opinion, at least mini stacks, at least do a 3-3-2, a 3-3-1-1, or a 3-3-1-1, yeah. Things like that. They're needed. In terms of the implied totals, yeah, they're obviously good. I don't want to be playing stacks that... What I look at the implied totals for are just, seeing where the team's favored today. A lot of the stuff that we're going to look into is built into that. I think the highest implied total team's obviously good to target, but the prices are going to indicate that. Draftkings and FanDuel are not dumb. They're going to price up players who are implied totals are projected to be better. But I'm fine hovering to a 4.5 implied run total team if they're like last night. I was all over the Cardinals last night. It didn't end up working out because I was bold and took a stand against not playing as much Sale. So it didn't end up working out, kind of crushed me. But I was all over the Cardinals last night. They had like a 4.7 team implied run total. A ton of teams had high implied run totals. Houston was right around 6, if not at 6.1. There's some in the 5s and then some in the high 4s. A 4.7 team implied run total is still good. I'm fine going to that. So yeah, I think team implied run totals are good, but Vegas, you should be going by Vegas. Vegas knows what they're doing. Every single sport, they know what they're doing. You should be taking Vegas seriously into account for DFS. But it doesn't mean automatically play the highest run total stack. I just think it means don't play stack the run total that has 3 implied runs. Might work one night out of 20, but I wouldn't do it. How important is it? Okay, so favorite stacks today. Bobby Dinoor. I don't know yet. Houston. So all I've looked at is pitching, and I talk about it in the video. Pitching is where I spend 85% of my time. Then I just look at Vegas implied stacks. I look at then, since I know a lot now about the pitchers, what more I want to go towards. It's 8:30 in the morning. I have no idea about where I want to go for stacks. Houston is clearly by far and away probably going to be one of the better stacks on today, but they're probably going to be priced like it. They're going up against Gregory Soto, who, I mean, don't even look at his ERA at 15. That's obviously not going to hold. You can't be that bad. But his SIERA at 7, which is more realistic, is dreadful. He's giving up home runs, 2.5 a game. He's giving up no ground balls, so that's not good. Hard hit percentage, a little around average, if not bad. He cannot strike out lefties. He cannot strike out righties. It's just not good. His ISO versus lefties here, so these numbers that say 0, it just means there's not enough data. They're not qualified yet, so I have to figure out how to get them unqualified to come in. I have Houston, Atlanta, and Miami for cheap. Yeah, Houston, it's going to be clearly a good stack today. I haven't even looked at implied run totals. Like, have not even looked at them. It's 8:30 in the morning. I do not even touch a lineup until probably 5, to be honest with you. So, like, asking me about stacks right now, I can tell you the implied run totals and go on Fantasy Labs and look at them. I have nothing outside of pitching. Pitching is the only thing that I've looked at so far, and not even in depth. So what I talk about is baseball is the stat that, or the sport that for DFS you have to do the most research. NBA is daily as well, so there's a good amount of research that goes in there. But baseball, there's 16 players today that I have to look at. I have to look at 16 pitchers today, and I could probably wipe off 4 of them or 3 of them because I don't want to play them and I know they're bad, but I still want to analyze 16 pitchers because looking at these stats right here is good, right? We have a good amount of stats on my dashboard here, but not enough. I need to go over to Fangraphs. I need to go over to Brooks Baseball. I want to see the mileages on their fastballs, the movement on their off-speed pitches, how often they're throwing specific pitches, and if those pitches are getting them into trouble, why are they still throwing them? Are they just relying on it because they're comfortable? I have to look at things like that. I can't right now make decisions on anything. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's way too early. I realistically put in at least 10 minutes, if not more, per pitcher on average, and there's 16 pitchers on this slate. That means I'd be spending, if I play tonight, I don't think I'm going to play tonight with the PGA Championship starting tomorrow, but if I play tonight, I'm going to be putting in, on average, like 2 to 2.5 hours just researching pitchers. And again, like once I find my pitchers that I want and I know the ones that are terrible, finding stacks is a lot easier. It takes me like an hour, but that's a lot of research time. So for me to give you like an in-depth which stacks do I like, which hitters, I can't. Like, I'm going to be giving you general overviews of pitching on these, breakdowns in these videos, a little bit in terms of hitting. So that's just like where I'm going with that. I can do more in depth, and everything that I find throughout the day, I could put it into an article or a video. But at that point, that would be like something that I would put behind more of like a paywall because it's literally a job at that point. Yeah, Bobby, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't like trying to like rant or anything. I was just like trying to explain it in a way that made sense because like I really don't know. I know that I haven't looked at the run totals, but the fact that Houston is playing Gregory Soto in Detroit in a hitters friendly ballpark, I believe that's going to lead to. I mean, they have 3 of the best hitters in baseball right now with those batting averages, and they're 1, 2, 3 hitters with Springer. Like Springer, Bregman, and Brantley are playing incredible right now, and that's not even factoring in that you have Carlos Correa in that lineup, Jose Altuve injured. Although Diaz is playing phenomenal without Altuve. Other questions. What's up, everybody? How important is it to go with batting order? That's a good question, Scott. It should be important. It's important. But a team like Houston, I'm fine playing the 7th or 8th hitting Robinson Chirinos as the catcher because they have 6 implied runs. I'm fine doing that. I don't want to always do it. So for batting order, my one-offs will not be at the bottom of the order. If I'm playing a 5-man stack, I'm okay getting a 7 hitter, but sometimes an 8 hitter. I never want 9 hitters for the most part. And if I'm playing one-offs, so I have a 5-2-1 stack, 5 players from one team, 2 from another, and then a one-off. That guy should never be an 8 or a 9 hitter. Rarely should he be a 7 hitter, in my opinion, unless it's on a high total team. I want guys at the top of the order, things like that. So ideally, the best hitters to stack are the 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters. Why not the 1, you say? Well, the 1 usually doesn't have power, so we want power in baseball. DFS baseball, home runs are the way you really win, right? And then they're going to have 1 less opportunity with runners on base. They start the game off leading off. There's nobody on base. So even if they hit a dinger there, it's going to be a solo shot. So their expected value for overall production automatically goes down because they don't have runners on base automatically when they start the game off. So 2, 3, 4, top of the order is ideal. If you're doing stacks, getting to the 6 and 7 hitters, 5, 6, and 7 hitters or more than fine. Getting to the 5 and 6 hitters really anywhere is more than fine for me. 7 hitters if you're doing bigger stacks, and 8 hitters depending on how cheap they are is fine. Like I played Robinson Chirinos at the 8 spot and Diaz for Houston at the 7 spot a couple days ago. They both played fine. They both hit homers, I believe. That's not always going to be the case. So batting order is important. I never want to play 9 hitter. I rarely want to play 8 hitters. 7 hitters I'll get to in some stacks. Morning, ready to hear some baseball info. Yeah, Alton, it's uploading. The baseball video and the Showdown NBA video are both uploading up and early, bright and early this morning. Doing them, it'll probably take a little bit of time. I'm going to do this live stream for about 5 more minutes. Is Verlander a must start? I think in cash games, you go there, and in tournaments, you go there. I'm just looking at it right now, and this matchup is incredible. Like I said, he has by far and away the best opponent-weighted matchup today for me by like 5 percentage points. He's playing a team that has no power. Kristen Stewart and then Nick Castellanos are their best power options, who hit, like 3 home runs each this year. They have no power. They strike out a ton. Verlander, although he's susceptible to the home run ball, again, playing a team who has no power in a pitcher's-friendly ballpark today. Low walk percentage, yeah. There's a lot to like about Verlander. Striking out lefties insanely right now. His overall strikeout rate, I got it. That's the one stat I have to add is overall strikeout rates. I have it split up by lefty and righty, but adding the overall will just make it easier to look at. So, yeah, I like Verlander a lot today, and it shouldn't be a surprise. The price point obviously high, but I think he's more than in play. He's close to a must play. Kristen Yelich in Wallabangers. Let's get banging away. What's going on, Milwaukee? Yo, Casey Thompson. So you got your Bucks going right now tonight. You got your Brewers playing great, and you got our Packers coming up soon. DFS baseball is gross. I only stick with NBA and NFL. I think DFS baseball is a different sport. Takes a different skill set. Baseball in general is gross. I think baseball is the most boring sport. It is a dying sport. Baseball is no longer America's sport. There's going to be a lot of older people who believe that it is. It is a dying sport. It's not great. There's nothing fun about it. You can't even flip your bat because that's against the rules, it's dumb. Baseball is a dying sport. DFS for baseball is fine, but the contests are terrible. So I think DFS baseball stinks compared to NFL and NBA as well. The contests are just not there. You will lose money in DFS baseball in a GPP all year long unless you hit a top 3 prize pool, because 4th place is $1,500, and that is not enough. In NFL and NBA, the playout structures are a lot better in most of the contests. They're flatter to the point where if you're hitting 4th place, you're probably winning $4,000. Oh, what's the difference between $4,000 and $1,500? That's a lot of money. $2,500 is a big difference, especially when it comes to losing streaks and things like that. Do you target teams that use the opener and the pitcher that follows? That's a good question. Usually no. I don't pick them out. That's a good question though, Scott. I haven't really thought about that, but no, I don't. Bobby says he likes baseball DFS. Yeah, I think it's fine. I would rank it. I mean, I don't really know the rankings. I like NBA, I like NFL, I like golf better than MLB DFS, and potentially WNBA, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, MLB DFS. I mean, there's 2 points to it that are extremely variant. And it's tough to nail them down in single lineups. It is who hits the home runs tonight. That's extremely variant for the most part. And which pitchers will get me, or which second-tier pitcher will go 6 innings and get me 5 or 6 Ks and not give up a ton of runs. Stream buffering might be on my end. It might be my stream. I'm doing this from my house, which I usually don't. The Wi-Fi here is a lot worse. So if that ends up being the case for a lot of the time, the stream stinks here with the Wi-Fi, which I'm paying for the highest intensity Wi-Fi for one person, which is ridiculous, but it should fucking work. But I'll have to go back on campus. So yeah, these videos are uploading. I'm about to go make some coffee, about to go make some breakfast probably, about to go play some basketball, chill. Buffering here as well. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. The Wi-Fi here is just, I guess, terrible. It's literally just me, and I'm paying for the highest upload speed and things like that. So if you guys have any more questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to bounce and let these videos upload. Ugh, dead tired. All right, gang. For right now, I'm going to say peace out. Peace out, gang.